So, welcome dear viewers, I'm Xnick, streaming again my dear game Magic Duels and the Aether Revolt expansion that has appeared a few days ago, and we are still getting used to what this has to show us. Here I'm going to try ahead and let's see if we can make use good put to good use this nice card. Sram, Senior Artificer. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment or vehicle spell, draw a card. So we are going to be playing lots of auras in this deck. Hopefully get to draw something also from Aether Revolt. Sudden Recruit, a double strike in white for 3 mana. I think it's pretty awesome. Also it has Revolt, so it's going to be growing if we get to activate that Revolt. And finally Sram Expertise that lets us create 3 colorless servo artifact creature tokens and also cast some card from our hand with mana cost 3 without paying the cost. So that's pretty cool. And other than that, the typical very powerful white deck cards. So let's try to see how this fares. Of course, in white there's many viable ways to assemble an powerful, quick, aggressive deck, or more of a counter one, whatever you want. White can offer. Even there's the possibility to ramp a little bit in white. That's pretty amazing. You can fetch from the graveyard, you can gain life, you can do damage to creatures at some point. There's some Gideon instant spells, pretty cool. So this hand is a bit slow since we don't have an early creature into which we can place our enchantments. So let's try to find something more playable, but now we don't have the lands. Oh boy. And now, well, this is playable, provided we find another land. At any rate, we have the Knight of the White Orchid. Well, and also we have land number 3. So maybe we want to hold back the Knight? Not sure. Let's see what the opponent is trying to accomplish here. Blue plus white, and this Felidar Cab is able to destroy target enchantment at any time. So we have to be a bit careful. So I don't want to wait for the opponent playing another land. If I wait, then I get a free plains in the battlefield, but I think it's better to have the creature out as soon as possible. Oath, maybe the opponent is playing with all the new planeswalkers. This points towards a planeswalkers deck, so that should be pretty good. The opponent drops 2 cards. That's the command from the Oath of Chase, but he got to draw 3, so that's not the best spot for us. And now we are at a bit mana flood here. Let's proceed to attack and see how the opponent acts in this case. Well, that's pretty good. Now, so 2 options to play here really. Maybe number 1, we can play nothing, but that's I think it's a bad decision. The Recruit, as soon as we put this one out, I think it's going to be better, but at this particular point in time we cannot do the Revolt activation. So I think it's better for us to drop the Pilgrims, find an arrow out of the deck, so that should improve also our next draw. And it's going to be this Conviction, since we are seeing a Felidar Cab in play. So the Conviction has the very important ability of being able to be returned to hand by paying 1 mana. So this should be pretty good for us. Let's see what the opponent thinks about this. Giant Thief, we want to stop the Giant Thief before the opponent draws so many cards. He has a very drawy board. He has the Oath of Jace. He can draw many things if the Giant Thief connects. So we have to be careful. Another conviction. All right. Let's. Well, we are not going to have enough mana to do everything here. So maybe we just put this here and attack. Let's see if the opponent wants to sacrifice the cub. Okay, we'll pause the time, please, because we want to return this one to our hand. Okay. And that's it. We skip the attack since the only way to deal damage would be with the Knight of the White Orchid by swinging with more power. Let's see if the opponent has something to pump up the Giant Thief. Well, he does. A 2/4. I don't think the Gideon is going to attack us, but the Giant Thief might as well do it. So let's block this here. We prevent damage, but most important, we prevent the opponent from drawing. Let's hope we get something good here. Grasp of the Hieromancer. I think it's going to serve us well. So one of the two Gideons is going to die. We are going to tap the Knight ally. Off we go. Cool. Well, one less Gideon to worry about. But now the opponent gets to scry at the beginning of each upkeep, and that's really awesome. So far we haven't seen any green spell. Oath of Gideon. So the opponent would have loved to have this before playing the other Gideon. More tokens, so he wants to protect his Planeswalker for sure. That's understandable. Here the first green spell from the opponent, and most likely he has more green Planeswalkers coming up. Okay, more lands. Well, that's not particularly useful. Let's play this recruit. And let's give the recruit some conviction. And our hand is looking pretty lame now. So I think that we are losing this game. But let's see how far do we get with this. Sylvan Advocate already is a 4-5. Nimbus Wings on the Egyptian Thief. Now she's going to steal more and more cards and do damage. Ping Whale. That's going to hurt. Alright, so blocking, we can block here, I suppose. Let's see if we don't lose our guy. Alright. So far so good. Alright, before the turn has passed. I wanted to bring back the conviction to put it over the solemn recruit. Yeah, damn you. So the timer since the last expansion, it's a bit more trickier to hit. So let's drop our last card. We are going to find something useful, let's hope. Such as the Faith Unbroken should be pretty decent here. We can exile something. And well, a bit risky, but this is a 4. The opponent has to block 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's quite. No, I think we can afford to do this play. Is a very risky play, so the opponent has been replaced by the AI, but I think that's a mistake from the servers. Not quite sure if this was intentional. Let's send our big guy. It's going to swing for a crap load of damage. Hopefully. I hope I don't regret doing this. One single blocker, okay. So we are going to chip the blockers away little by little. Well, the opponent can have yeah, the death has come to us. Yeah, right. Well, pretty powerful deck from the opponent, and we die to a very massive board. And I don't see a way to save us here. We are pretty much forced to block this. We could try to hit this one, but this is not looking good anyways. Too much damage going against us, and we are defeated. Ouch. Poor draw for us, and starting hand, and really nice for the opponent, and his deck proved to be more powerful. Now let's see. Sadly, we don't get to play again against the same opponent. Maybe by sheer luck we find him again, but there's no second way. So there's no rematch available to us, but well, that are the rules in duels. We of course don't get to have a sideboard. Let's see now if we manage to find our first victory. Alright, I like this starting since we have a couple of interaction and early creatures to play. So we are going to keep. Have the Lone Rider. And this time I'm going to play the knight later on. So I have to think if I want to drop this on 3. I think we might have to. So let's pass the turn. The reason to keep back the Evolving Wilds is for the activation of the Revolt. That's the easiest way to activate Revolt by using the Evolving Wilds. 2-1. Okay, stop please. Now we are going to find one land for us. Now 1 drops, there's not many that can stop this guy. So I guess I'm going to play this right away. So either it's a declaration in stone, or we are going to be enchanting this one with the conviction, and it should be really great. Selfless spirit, okay. That makes the use of collective effort a bit more difficult. Skip blocking. But if the opponent puts too much power over one of these, we can always try to kill something with our collective effort. So we have now Blessed Alliance. I think we are going to set up a trap. And hopefully the opponent falls for it. So what's the... Actually the opponent is going to swing with both creatures. We use Blessed Alliance, and we can also block with the Knight. No declaration stone against... Wow! That's amazing. That was totally unexpected. So the opponent does not... Wow! So he doesn't mind the other guy. Yeah, that's amazing. I think that's a mistake from the opponent, but he wanted to send this guy in no matter what. Okay, we take 3. We don't mind so far. So hopefully the opponent makes this one more large, so we get to use the collective effort over there, but for the time being we are just going to play the Lone Rider and give conviction to the Lone Rider, and we draw a card. For the very first time I'm playing Sram and triggering his abilities. Let's pass the turn. Now the opponent is not going to be easily able to pass through our Lone Rider. And I think that we are going to transform the Lone Rider in this turn. Enshrouding Mist. I think the opponent can attack with the Consul's Lieutenant. The opponent gives +1/+1. Then it is a 4/3. The 4/3 could kill. No, never mind. It's getting tapped by the Doppelgeist. The Copter, alright. Copter is going to bother us later. So we skip blocking. Opponent taps Anointer of Champions. Well, I could have, yeah, I think I could have blocked with the Sram, but, well, I don't know why I didn't. Well, we know the opponent has declarations in stone. But casting this is going to let us draw one more time. The thing is, do I place it on the Lone Rider or Sram? Let's not put all our eggs in a single basket. Okay, this is good. We're going to exile the Consul's Lieutenant. And swing with both. Don't see a reason to hold back. What's the opponent? He's going to crew the copter and try to block. Let's see what the opponent tries to do there. What is he going to try to block? That's interesting idea, but it's not going to work, and we are going to have the Eat that rides as one. Amazing picture. The opponent has to discard. He draw and discard. Very good. The only thing is that we now are fully tapped out, and the opponent could kill any of our creatures with a single reprisal or collective effort, or maybe he has more declarations in stone that he might want to use. How many cards does he have? Card types? 3 card types. He maybe should not attack with the Anointer there, but not quite sure. Let's draw with the clue first. We can't play any of our cards here if we use the clue. Let's see what we hit. I think this is good, but maybe I want the bishop before. So let's put some pressure on the opponent before he can remove our creatures. We are threatening 9 total damage. He has to sacrifice the top and free blade if he don't want to take that. He doesn't want. And let's go with the bygone bishop here. That one, this is the grid plan, casting the bygone bishop, because I wanted the clues. Other greedy plan is to use collective effort to put counters over our 2 guys. Fragmentize. It's going to kill the enchantment. The opponent recovers the Consul's Lieutenant, and he also has the Lone Rider. Pretty amazing mirror match. Okay, what now? Let's try to draw more. Yeah, let's try to draw. Yes, which one do we want here? If I use Conviction, I can... We do have 3 mana open only. No, let's get the Angelic Destiny and attack. What? Come on, yes, confirm here. Alright. And we are going to attack with our big It That Rides as one. The opponent could try to kill this one, but it has first to strike. Come on, that's some powerful beast going on. Alright, opponent at 2. Let's play Blessed Spirits here. Well, I don't see a way for the opponent to win here because he only has 4 lands. Maybe if he has Faith Unbroken or 2 reprisals. Well, I think we have this. Alright, let's try to finish with style here. We don't even need to bother blocking here, but anyways, let's stop here and here and here, and this gets renowned. The opponent is going to give +1/+1 2. Well, he gains 2 life. Alright. Our selfless spirit, but let's go with Angelic Destiny. Here we draw, continue, always watching. We need more lands to play this. And move on to the next game. So let's go ahead and haste. We are going to do one more try with this deck and see. This time it moves very smoothly and I like it. Let's go ahead, come on. Yes, lots of rewards. Come on please. Alright. Okay, one more time. Let's see what is in store for us. We are facing a blue mage with blue spells and maybe red. And the storm is coming. Okay, we play first. This is not a hand that we want to use to begin with. Nope. This is tempting, but I think we have too many lands in the deck to risk it. This is looking much better. 2 Croft Exemplar. It's a powerful 1-drop, I should say. During our combat. What? Wow. Okay, this is going to be a bit boring. Let's just continue and see how far we get here. But okay, this guy gets a buff during our combat. So it's pretty amazing for 1 mana drop. The opponent, I don't know why he went in with an oversized deck that is not going to do good for anything. But we might be surprised. Okay, Lone Rider. Well, the Westbell Abbey is not a bad play. Let's attack. I think I want to play the Blessed Spirits because first it's a flyer, second if we draw an enchantment it gains the buff immediately. That's a +1/+1 counter, so that should be good. Yamimaya Worm. So I think the opponent is just starting with his collection and was very eager to play big creatures, but he went a little bit overboard and now he can't use all those wonderful spells. so we just keep chipping away life. This is going to be very boring. Sorry for my viewers, but I just wanted to see if something was going to happen, but for the sake of saying that we did it, we are going to finish it. Unless the opponent puts a blocker up front, this is going to be dealing 4 damage next turn. So there's a 2-turn clock here. This translates into 4 damage if we enchant the recruit. And okay, let's do it. So 4 plus 1 counter. So we have, I think we can finish the game in this attack. Well, maybe I'm not counting, so it's going to be a surprise for me. 8, well, surprise. Alright, a bit disappointed in that last game, but let's call it a training game and just end this by opening another booster from Aether Revolt. I have to still get 5 more to complete my collection. Let's see what is in the store for us. Open the booster and we are going to find... Alright, first, Bastion Inventor. I was surprised to see that we have a lot of copies of this to play. This is, I think, one of the most powerful creatures from the expansion, because you can eventually get to play this for 1 single blue, and it is a 4/4 with hexproof. And I think this is way too powerful. The Gifted Aetherborn, a very good stats for a 2 mana in black with Death Touch and Lifelink, and also a vampire. This is impressive for 2 mana. The Emerald Gear Smasher, not impressed by this card. If you tap this, you get to, and you have to tap and sacrifice an artifact, and deals 2 damage to each opponent. I think that other than doing the damage, the idea behind playing this one is to being able to use the Revolt. So the important thing is you get to sacrifice an artifact, but it's too slow for my taste. Now here you have a much better option if you are after Revolt. You play for 1 mana the Implement of Combustion, and for 1 red you get to sacrifice it and deals 1 damage. And while this is in play, it's an artifact that will also help for the Improvise, so much better option if you are seeking for discounts. This is for you. Airdrop Ornats, a very funny image. I love the art here. I think it's pretty hilarious. It's a 5-drop for 3 flyer, pretty decent for a flyer, and it has Revolt. You get in some life if you have lost, or if a permanent you control left the battlefield. So life gain might not be that impressive, but the 4/3 and the art sure makes do. And we have a legendary creature that I think it's going to turn many current or previously very powerful decks into a kind of a nightmare. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less mana to cast. So also if you use the counter spell, you draw an additional card and then discard. So I think this one little legendary creature, Ibaral, is a very power crypt blue card that is going to put a big deal of pain in the opponents of the, for instance, the prowess decks. Wow. Can you imagine? Alright, so let's call it a day with this, and until next time, I hope to see you soon. Sayonara.